Hot pool, not a problem. Tonight, we're gonna show you how to set up and prime a Hayward pool vacuum pump and use it as an aerator to promote cooler temperatures in the pool. I almost forgot to mention that if you follow all of these steps exactly as I show you, you should be able to set up the aerator with no problems ever. But you have to follow it exactly as I show you. The science behind the aerator essentially is that it throws water up into the air and onto the surface of the water, which moves the water around, which promotes evaporation. And when water evaporates, heat rises and the temperature below is cooler than it was. This is the equipment we need. Your vacuum with a filter on it and an aerator attachment to throw the water up. You need a vacuum hose and you need a vacuum head. You also need a pool jet. First thing you need to do is make sure that your hose is not knotted up, looking like spaghetti, and that all the water is out of it. So I'm going to straighten the hose out and simultaneously lift like so to send all the water out through the opposite end. I straightened the hose out and now I brought it all closer. There's no swirls in it, which is important for when we feed it into the pool, which we're about to do. As we prepare to feed the hose in and move our pump into place, we want to place it in a spot nearby to a jet. There's our jet. We're going to move our pump right here. Perfect. Now we're ready to feed the hose into the pool. Before we feed the hose, we're going to make sure the aerator attachment is on. It's important that this is tight, that way water doesn't leak out. The whole goal is to create a seal where no air can get in and no water can escape. To make sure this is tight, but not too tight. If it's too tight, it'll be hard to get off. All right, before we drop the hose in, this is the vacuum head. This is the vacuum hose. It's hard to see, but there is outdented text that says connect to vacuum head. It's important that this is the end that goes on the vacuum head and this end drops into the water. So like I said, it's very important that only water gets in the hose and nothing else. We're gonna drop the vacuum head in. It needs to stay close enough to the wall so you can grab it again later. And then we're going to feed the hose from up to down. You wanna make sure the hose is straight up and down, not sideways, about 6 inches above the water, until you can push it about 6 inches below the water. We'll do this for the whole hose, and then we'll stick it on the jet, fill the reservoir, and then turn it on and get out of here. It is normal that the hose floats a little bit, even if it's full of water. The next thing we're gonna do is bring the end that went in the water last over to the edge of the pool where the pump is.